You're watching the Crypto Market Update with your host, Chris Marshall. Your home for the latest crypto news, reviews, and updates that can be found around the block. If this is your first time here, then we would like to thank you for watching. If you enjoy the show, please like, subscribe, and share with anyone that you believe needs this type of content in their life. Just a reminder, anything discussed on this show is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. With that out of the way, let's get on with the show.
Good morning, and how's it going, everybody? Today we have a good show. So, welcome to today's crypto market forecast, where we take a look at the different events that are coming up throughout this week that may have an effect on your favorite crypto. I'm your host, Chris Marshall. All right, in today's market forecast, we got one main event that we're going to take a look at, and then a couple other little small things that I want to mention as well that we need to be paying attention to. But before we do that, let's hear a word from our sponsor, which is OTEC, Ocala's Blockchain, Crypto, and Technology Innovation Council. If you're into technology or blockchain or crypto, and you're in the Ocala, Florida area, look them up. They have meetups every Tuesday night. This month, for the month of April, we are meeting at Juniper General Store on the northwest side of town. So go ahead and look them up at www.facebook.com/Ocala Tech Council and find out more information from there. All right, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to what the market is doing today. All right, so as we can see, the market cap, we are still holding above the $2 trillion market cap, which is awesome. I was a little bit worried about it this weekend, not gonna lie. I put out a TikTok. I also do a TikTok throughout the week. I'll do videos on live market updates, stuff like that, my thoughts on the market, what it's doing. And I thought we were gonna see a bit of a drop. I'll mention that more when we get over to the charts. But yeah, I'm glad to see that we're still above the 2 trillion. Last 24 hours, we're in the 100 billion range. Bitcoin's dominance is at 40.9%. ETH is at 19.5. We're getting close to 20% ETH dominance. That's awesome. Gas today is mildly low, I'll say. Only at a 54 GWEI way. But yeah, so that's good. Let's take a look and see what some of the top cryptos are doing. Let's see. So don't really, DNT, I had some of that a while back. I don't know if I actually still own any of that, but probably should take a look to see if I still have some of that. Didn't realize that was up 76% in the last day. That's cool. Let's see, what's the top coins doing? Mostly overall, it's looking, pretty hit or miss. Some are up, some are down. Ripple's down 8. Solana's up 20 for the week. But overall on the day, it looks like it's going to be a red day unless we get a turnaround here, but don't really see that happening. Most of the coins are down for the week, but some of them are still showing some strength. If we could get a good couple green days, they may end this week in the green, but I think overall we're probably going to see a pretty down week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. We are sitting at a 52 today. Last week overall, we were at a 60. It's pretty high for where we were just at, over the last month. We were real low pretty much all last month. So we moved up pretty fast, in my opinion. That's all right. We're still not in extreme greed, so that's okay. Let's take a look at the chart. First, let's talk about the ETH chart. If you do follow my TikToks, you will know that on, I believe it was 31st. Yeah, I saw it break below this line that I've been watching. Basically, my plan was to watch it. We were waiting for it to come up into this zone between 33 and 36. It came into that zone and then it fell below this line where it kept touching. And so my play was to short it as soon as it did, which I did short it. I did make my goal. My first goal was to sell 75% at this yellow line, which was roughly a 3% correction after it fell below that line. I was 3x shorting it, so I made a quick little 9% profit on that short position there. I think it took about 24 hours for that to come through. And then it started to go right back up. And as soon as I saw it cross above this line, I sold the last 25% of that trade. And we closed above it. So basically what I'm looking at right now is still just I'm still in a neutral position. And what I'm looking for now is to see what kind of happens with this right here. We cross back below it, but I'm not, man, I hate when I move my, should probably start locking. We're in this range. We came and bounced off the top of this parallel channel, which was another thing that I was worried about. So we're in this upward parallel channel. It's very uncommon that we break above the top of an ascending parallel channel. Typically we come back down. This should be forming if this parallel channel is correct, we are forming a bearish flag pattern here. So what I would expect to do for this to do is to fall down, touch the bottom of this parallel channel, and then fall some more, which may or may not mean that we're going to 20,000 or anything like that. That's typically what this pattern will play out. If this is in fact a bearish flag, it could be something different, but these are what my charts are showing me. So I'm waiting to kind of see what happens here. We may end up forming some sort of, bullish pennant here, bouncing off of this 32,000 range and the top of this. Well, we don't want to bounce off the top of that, but maybe bounce around inside this channel here between 32 and about 35, 36, something like that. If we do that, we may end up seeing a push higher eventually, which would be nice. We could also be seeing something like this play out, where we had this weird downward pattern here. We came up, we formed a semi-bearish or bullish pennant here, and then we shot up. But I think we're still following Bitcoin pretty well, about a month and a half behind. I still think we see this overall downward thing. There's too many people getting in right now. It's too popular. Over the years, I've taken more of a bearish stance on trading, more of a bearish mindset. So I think we're going to see some hurt. Again, I don't plan on selling anything I have really at any point. I don't think it'll last very long if we do fall, but I'm not buying anything right now. That is my advice. I don't think I would buy anything right now. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't give advice, but me personally, I'm not buying anything currently unless I see it's a very, very good deal. New coins, things that have just been held down forever, things that haven't had a run up, if I can find those. There's a couple new metaverse projects that I'm looking at, but overall, I'm not buying much of anything else right now. I'm waiting to kind of see what happens with this. I do believe that we will see a fall between probably the 32 and the 3,000. I think we definitely fall this 3,000, or we fall to 3,000 at some point. We need a retest of that. So it might look like this here. Maybe I'm a couple days off with my where I think maybe this is the start of it. But yeah, I think we see at least a fall to 3,000 again for Ethereum. Besides that, pretty much everything else on the day is down. Not really looking at too much today. And I'm not going to be short in that position anymore either. So I don't do like real shorts like a lot of these bigger traders. I just do a couple leverage trades either in the short position or in the bull position, depending on what I see going on. Bitcoin has a lot of the same price movement, but again, I think we're somewhere around this point here for Ethereum. Let's see that we broke out, starting to come up. So we'll see what kind of happens there. Let's move on to some of our stories for today. So first, let's take a look at the economic calendar. These are going to be the smaller events that we need to look out for. There's a couple of things going on throughout this week. We've got a couple of the Fed presidents speaking on inflation. We've got them speaking on the economy. Those are both on Tuesday, tomorrow. And I think we have some more on Thursday, yeah. So just a couple small speeches on the economy, inflation. I'd like to see the different Fed presidents and Fed governor speak on what their views are. I think that also kind of speaks to what the different states, how they kind of view, and if they do bring up cryptocurrency, is that guy pro or against crypto in his the way he talks about it, or he or she talks about it. So I'm interested to hear what they have to say about all that stuff. So other than that, there's really one major event going on this week. You probably know of Bitcoin 2022 starting on Wednesday, just a little south of me in Miami. I'm not going to get to attend. I have family coming into town this week, so I'm not going to get to go, but that is a-okay. I will be keeping my eyes and ears open for any news coming out of Bitcoin Con 2022. It's going to be pretty exciting. There's a huge lineup of speakers, and every year it's a big show, so I won't be surprised on Friday if there's a lot of things to cover that have come out of Bitcoin 2022. Kathy Wood, who else? We've got Michael Saylor, all sorts of people just going to be here and talking about Bitcoin and the different stuff going on within the industry. Some of the coolest stuff that's probably going to happen is on day one, Industry Day. Basically, all these different people that develop and work around in Bitcoin, building different types of companies that are focused on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. They're coming together to network, share what they've got, meet with investors, all sorts of stuff. So what we can see is a lot of small projects gain some really big investors that may push those coins or tokens, if they have any of those coins or tokens, to all-time highs, or at least recent time highs. So definitely stuff to be watching out for in Bitcoin 2022 throughout the week, starting on Wednesday. I believe it ends on Saturday. I believe it's 4-day, 6 to 9, 6, yeah. 9th is a Saturday, right? Yeah. So we'll be watching that throughout the week. So other than that, there's not really anything else to report on this week. I think we may end up seeing, like I said, on Friday. I think Friday may be a bigger show. Probably going to have a lot to cover of the stuff that's coming out of this conference. So with that, that is today's show. Just a quick side note, I'm a new channel. I'm structuring, trying to figure out all this stuff. And I'm going to be doing some restructuring throughout the next few days of this show, trying to figure out some different stuff. I don't think anything will change on the time frame, so it'll still be Monday mornings at 10 a.m. for the market forecast, and then Friday afternoons around 4 p.m. is going to be the market recap. But other than that, I think I'm going to be doing more on TikTok throughout the week. So if you're not following me on there, go look me up at the Chris Marshall as well. There's probably a link down below. I think I put a link down below. I'm not exactly sure. I'll check. And then besides that, I'm going to try to do some other stuff to spiffy up the channel, specifically the YouTube channel. Trying to get more active on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. So go follow me and all that stuff. If you found any of this information interesting or useful or insightful, every follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff helps new channel. I want to be able to get this information out to people before they get into a bad spot with crypto. There's a lot of scams, there's a lot of junk out there, there's a lot of people who don't know what they're talking about. So I just want to share some as neutral opinions as I can. I want to be a bull. I believe that it's going to the moon, but I also am realistic. So that bearish side of me tends to make certain that I have both the devil advocate and the angel advocate on each shoulder, So, yeah. Anyways, let me know if there's anything that you find interesting that you'd like me to talk about. With that, I was your host. Thanks for watching. Bye.